you ever find yourself obsessing over something, a problem, something or someone you hate, the unfairness of the world? Do negativity, worry, and stress seem to be all you can think about, talk about, dream about? Maybe the answer is putting your mind to work. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. Wallace Russell from CoachWallaceRussell.com. Sometimes your mind does its own thing. You would think it would naturally act in your best interest, and it does, but on a survival level. It will not automatically on its own get you to a place of thriving. Your mind exists to keep you alive, at least on an automatic level. Imagine your mind is not you, but an organ of your body, like your heart or your lungs. It'll work on its own and adjust as needed, at least partially. But you can also take control. You can stop breathing. You can breathe faster. You can slow your heart rate. You can control them for a while, and then they go back to doing what they do automatically, but you can also train them to work better for you. Your mind is like that. You can train your mind to work better for you, even when you are not consciously controlling it. There are some dog breeds, for example, that are work dogs. They need to be given a job. You can't just leave them in your house without work to do, because they will create their own work, and their own work may look like destruction, destroying your house, ripping things down, chewing your shoes, breaking the fence, chewing the fence to get out of the yard or into your neighbor's yard. If you don't give them a task, they will create one out of necessity. They have to. This is how they work. They can, however, be trained to do a task automatically and look eagerly forward to doing it. That is part of the training, so that that dog has what it needs, and you, as the dog's owner companion, have what you need, and you can coexist well. Your mind is like that. If you don't give it a task, if you don't give it something to work with, it'll make up its own thing. It's supposed to. It has to work. This is what it does. Your mind just can't turn off. It usually starts with what's right in front of you, what you're thinking about, the input you give. It will try to give you more of that, and it will try to go deeper. For example, if you have a job that you go to that you hate, and the people there you hate, and the bosses you don't like, and you're always talking about them, then your mind will give you more of that. It will say, yeah, you know, right, they do always do that, and they shouldn't do that, and we should do something about that. And again, your mind will go deeper. It'll start saying that there's something out to get you, there's something systematically here. And your mind will not only give you more of that and go deeper, it will continue to bring that to you even when you're not at work, even when you're not there, because your mind doesn't stop. It just needs something to chew on, to work. That's what it's supposed to do. And if you look at your mind like something you can train to get to do what you want, then you are on the right path. What can you do? Okay, well, obviously, therapy and counseling are real things. They do work. I do suggest them. If you have access to that, that is a way. But if you want to do something on your own to work towards that, well, that's what I'm here for. You need to give your mind something else to chew on, to work on, and train it to stay on that path. Here's some examples. Being in service. Being in service means going out and helping others, being of service to others. So, for example, if you go to a soup kitchen and that does something for you, it feels good while you're doing it. And you can have access to that feeling every time you go there. Right? And again, this is not about doing things that make you rich. This is about doing things that make you sane. So if you enjoy working at a soup kitchen or working with children or something else in the community, then you go out and do it. Go out and do it enough till your mind, your body becomes trained at it. And what will your mind do over time after it's trained to do it? It'll look for ways to bring more of that to you. It will have you go deeper. It will say, I noticed that the help that I gave didn't really resonate well, and maybe I need to ask some questions, and maybe I need to look into that. And there's another place I can help. And so your mind is still obsessive, as it can be, but it's obsessive about things that move you, that bring you closer, that give you joy, that give you peace. The number one thing that I say that people should do, other than being in service, is simply having a hobby, and have multiple hobbies. Here's my example. I have a few friends that play golf. I don't play. I don't really like it much. But my friends do. So I sat with them and asked them what makes it great for them. And they say, one, the environment is serene and peaceful, and you can't hear anything else. It's just where you are, and you're playing golf, and you're playing golf with good friends, and you're having a time where there's only joy and peace available. There's also the part of learning to get better at it, learning to have your hands and the rest of your body act in the way you have in your mind, getting better at that swing, getting better at choosing the right club and how hard you swing, and then going back and seeing what you've learned and if you got better, and practicing that. And so over time, they think about playing golf when they're not playing golf. And when they're thinking about playing golf, when they're not playing golf, they feel good. They feel at peace. So they played it enough, and they've trained themselves, and they've trained their mind to seek out these opportunities and work them and bring peace and reflect peace and joy and serenity back into themselves. This is one of the main values of having a hobby. See, your mind can't hold two things at once. It can't be angry and happy at the same time. It can't be chaos and peace at the same time. So train it to have a practice of bringing you joy and peace. Now, is your mind off the leash and getting you into trouble? Find your service. Find your hobby. Put your mind to work. What is your mind working on? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please leave your comments and suggestions in the box below. Please like and subscribe so that I can continue to bring messages such as these. Please also consider working with me as a life coach. I'd really like a chance to do that if you're open to it. You can click the link below, set up a free consultation. It'll cost you nothing, and we can talk and see if there's something there for us to explore. As always, I appreciate your time and your energy. You've made time to watch this video. I hope it has helped you in some way, or maybe you can share it with a friend and it can help them. You are appreciated. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.